Welcome back to Country Boys Tackle Box. We're going to take you today and show you what kind of lures I use for catching big snook at night. I generally use the boat to troll with. Some spots I cast, but these plugs I use, I've caught my biggest fish on my biggest snook on it. I caught a 44 incher, which I figured was close to 35 pounds. So, with further ado, let's go and look at it. This is a Bomber Long A, made by the Bomber Company. It's a beautiful, beautiful lure. I've caught many a big snook off this lure. Both casting, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's got a lot of teeth marks, scratches right there. This lure has caught a lot of really nice snook. And I like this style, but in this color for dark nights. When the moon is dark, I use this color. When the moon is bright, I use this color. I don't know why, but it just seems to work better. The black on the top, silver on the side right there. I guess that's silver, maybe a little chartreuse in that action, but a little orange on the bottom of it. These are beautiful, beautiful lures, man. These only run about 4 or 5 foot deep, I think. So, but I got this in here. This is the Magnum. This is the Magnum version of that. It's all scratched up. I see how big of hooks I got on this thing. You need them, and them snook will even straighten them out, man. Snook are very strong fish. If you get one 15, 20 pounds, which we do with regularity out there in the Caloosahatchee River, but it'll work in any river that's got snook in it. If you know some holes, deep holes, and it even works going down the middle of the river sometimes. They, once it starts warming up a little bit in March will start warming up some. The fish they'll be in the rivers, and they can be out in the middle of the river there, up in the upper reaches of it. What people don't understand about snook is they're like salmon, but in reverse. Salmon are born in freshwater and go to saltwater. But snook are born out at the saltwater, and then they come back into freshwater to live, and when they go to breed, they go out into saltwater. So their fry gets, and they usually try to breed on the incoming tide where their eggs get washed back into the flats, so they're not exposed to the predators out in the open ocean. So yeah, this is what we do with it. This is our technique. I usually tie on about 30 or 40 pound test leader, about 1.5 feet, 2 foot long, and tie it right into here, and then have my leader line tying into my main line on my rod and reel with a double uni knot or some other line-to-line knot that you prefer. And then we go along with the boat and trolling some of these holes that I know of, and you just troll them. I put this thing about 40 yards back and just troll it a little over idle speed, whatever the speed is on your particular boat. That'll make it work best, because different motor sizes are going to have a different speed to it. So that's how I work it. And then when the fish hits, I just turn out to the open so I can use the boat to pull him out away from the bank or any other obstruction or something that he can cut you off on. Now, we've caught some really nice snook off this. The biggest one I caught was about 44 inches. That's my personal best. But my buddy that lived next door to me, we went out and routinely caught him 10 to 20 pounds. I think the smallest one we ever caught out there was like 7 pounds, and that was one of my customers that I had taken out on a charter for snook fishing, and we caught that right about dark. Okay, the technique's just trolling, mostly, but I have caught them casting with this lure. Caught them casting around bridge pilings and stuff. So it is effective casting, but the best method I think is trolling, because there's a lot of opportunities around these bridges and cuts and stuff where it's got a little bridge that goes across it, where it's dug out a little deeper. You can just troll right through there. The snook they'll be laying there like that, and when the boat comes by, they'll just move over a little bit, and come right back to where they were. So I mean, you don't really spook them at night. But if you did that in the daytime, them fish would be long gone. There's something about it. At night, they feel comfortable at night. Snook doesn't lead light or anything. They got big eyes like that right there, man. They can see in the dark. So you don't have to worry about that. You're just trolling them. Now when it starts warming up, you can get out up the river around. If it warms up in February, then you can get up in the February and March. March 1st opens the season, so that's the best time to go. You can get up in the middle of the river, further up the river, because snook can tolerate fresh water, man. They can stay in fresh water a lot, big portion of their life. They can stay there, but when they get ready to spawn, a lot of them move out to the pass. Not all of them. I mean, they don't all leave, because you can catch snook year-round in freshwater creeks that are connected to the ocean. Yeah, that's a fact. And I love catching them snooks, boy. They're one of the best fish around to catch. But that's the lure that I use. You get out and try this sometime and see how it works. These are some excellent lures if you can find them around bait and tackle stores. Most bait and tackle stores don't have them. Some do, but if you can find these bomber lures, this is called the Bomber Long A. And this is the 7-inch model, and this is a 9-inch model. They'll hit both of them. The bigger the bait, the bigger the fish. So if you want to use one like this, man, you'll catch some big fish. I've had them, man. We've had them, some monsters out there. All right, well, if you like this video, like and subscribe and give a comment. Comment on what type of videos you'd like us to make. Right now, my boat is in the shop, so I'm kind of landlocked right now. But we'll be back out there shortly. So, thanks a lot for watching.